Growing up in Finland, sauna is a big part of our culture, and it was something that was just absolutely necessary to have in England as well.
Before meeting Arlene, I was running cold water swim groups, and we'd have these big sea swims, we'd get up to like 100 people sometimes. At that time we had kind of just met each other, and we were dating, and Arlene was joining these cold water swims, but it was always like, oh, we need a sauna.
I didn't want to get in the sea without the sauna.
Yeah. And I was definitely keen for it. So we actually initially looked around to hire a sauna, and came across Heartwood, and we contacted Ollie, and Ollie said that we could rent one. He brought one down for us for an event, and we spent
3 hours going back and forth the sauna, getting in the sea. We were even surfing and just swim where it was like unheard of in the UK. So yeah.
From there, we fell in love with the sauna sea swimming process, spent a year or so trying to pitch it to other friends to start the business because we were both too busy. And then Arlene suddenly turned around and goes, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I was like, I have to do it.
We were really drawn to a small local business that was, had a real attention to detail. And it was a very personalised experience, and that's what we were creating here. So we really aligned well with kind of the ethos of Heartwood Saunas. It's almost like you can tell, isn't it? Like not even just through the building, but the people. Yeah. When you speak with them, you know that there's going to be a level of attention and a level of quality to it. And that really was a big draw for you more than anything as well,
100%.
Wasn't it?
For me, it was just like, you don't want to buy something twice because you've gone with something that's maybe cheaper, but less quality first, and then having to upgrade it later. So straight away I was like, this needs to happen, this needs to be with Heartwood.
You were really drawn to the way that in Finnish culture, all of the building quality and design is often quite sharp and minimal. And I knew that for me was something that was important, but I didn't think I had that same vision as you. You were like very headstrong on, it's got to be representing Finland and Nordic culture.
Yeah, 100%. And something that I really value is things of beauty as well. So it needed to be something that's not only something that's nice for us to look at and for the customers to experience, but also something that people want to naturally share and are really excited to share with their friends and family.
Heartwood were already doing those sorts of saunas. They had that sort of look and feel to them. We knew we would have to go bespoke, and particularly for the first one, it needed to be a mobile sauna. So we were bound by the fact that it needed to be built onto a trailer. But even then, we were like, specifically, it's got to be a black trailer, and all the fixtures and finishings have to be like perfect. And there's loads of compromises you could make, especially with costs. But you can see that Ollie was aligned with our mindset of it's got to be this certain way, and every single detail had to be perfect.
Yeah, I drew the design for this sauna at like 4 in the morning, and actually 5 minutes later, Ollie came back with drawings that he had already designed, something very similar. And I was like, great minds think alike. It was just match made in heaven.
So for Avon Beach, kind of how we got to that site and doing the design process with the Heartwood team, I think truthfully we didn't necessarily set out to take over some beach huts, but the beach owner said that it was possible for us to take over a load of beach huts. So that's where we contacted Ollie and Heartwood team, and we started like discussing kind of the concepts of that site and how far we could take it. So this is where it was really great working with Heartwood, because they tried to align the planning and the site logistics into trying to push the boundaries of design. So we went through loads of different concepts, didn't we? We went back and forth, and specifically we've worked with Arta, and Arta's been phenomenal. She's been working with us on the kind of more architectural side of things, concept designs, and making sure it all aligns with the planning requirements.
Yeah, I've loved working with Arta on the design aspects as well, because I've mostly just designed what is in my head. I draw it on a paper. I have no design background in that sense, and she'll just make the most beautiful CAD design of it and just make things work from my crazy ideas.
In terms of like the installation team, when they come down for kind of install day or 2 days or week, whatever it is for the project we're doing, I think that Heartwood have got a very kind of like unique flow to the way they work.
Yeah, it is like a team, like you're watching someone play basketball or something, like everyone has a role and then it just works seamlessly. Like they've worked together before, which they have, but yeah, it's just really nice to see that happen.
I think the best way to put it is that we specifically got emails come through and multiple people tell us that had kind of in passing spoke to the Heartwood team about how friendly and approachable and professional they were. But I feel like the install team for us have like kind of really been representing us as a brand as well, and that's really important for us. It's quite a personal relationship. I know for me and Arlene, we're part of our like scope of what we want from this business is to never feel like we're working too corporate and we're kind of running a business as entrepreneurs. It's always been like, let's have a bit of a laugh and a joke, and I do think we've had like lots of giggles with the team. You know, even just like on an install and it's like we're getting hailstormed and we're in the middle of like the really important bit where we're trying to like smash out lots of different bits of the job and we're just getting battered in the weathers and everyone's kind of having a giggle and it's just like a good laugh. Everyone's got that very laid back kind of, there's no hurdles here, we can get over anything approach, which has been, I think, really important for us. It makes the whole process a lot more enjoyable. Yeah.
Just roll with it.
My advice, I guess, for someone looking at doing a project and thinking about using Heartwood, when you're looking at all of the manufacturers out there and you're probably umming and ahhing, and I know we did this in the early days, just go for it. It's really well worth it in terms of, you know, you get what you pay for in this instance, and it pays off, especially if you're doing it commercially and you're looking at doing a bespoke project like we've done. It pays off to have the Heartwood team on board, and don't just think about that one moment of you know, making that payment for the sauna. Think about the ongoing relationship and the support you'll get as like a maintenance package moving forward from there. It's humongous help to have that in the background, and I don't think we'd feel anywhere near as confident doing any of this if we didn't have like a supportive team behind us.